Drought. Hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable. Whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm tucking the truck here.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video footage.
Night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is just. Oh shit.
Oh, man, drunk donkey, IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I swear the page goes live again.
coming in. Currently. I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries, but semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, and the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is a tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
Weatherman. All right. Morning. Don't get mad at the weather, man. Like, come on, man. Happy Friday, everybody. How are you on this foggy, gloomy, wet day out there? But we got Louie, the OG. The OG came up to me, and now you have to become a superstar. There's our buddy. There's our man. Cool. So, hey, we're going to open the countdown timer. Darn it. God, I always try to be a good production, one-man band. Still got a tan from the Florida Man games. Yes, I am turning brown. That was not now. No, that was 2020. That was old footage from Tropical Storm Ada down in the Keys. Long time ago. Good morning, James, over there. Karen, hello. What's up, Renee from Eustis? What's up there, Sebastian, Miss Joy? What's up, Pinellas Park? Are you rowdy down in Pinellas Park? We know about you Pinellas Park people. Steve Gulfport, good morning. Halucha. Donna, good morning. Ann from somewhere. Cheryl, good morning. Louie, you got a hello. Hello, Louie. So yeah, it's Friday. Happy Friday. We're going to talk a little bit about weather. Got some weather coming. Nothing too serious right now. Kind of in a lull. There's nothing too dramatic out there. But we're going to get into it. There is a little weather to talk about. And we're going to do that. Polk County, right, Cheryl? Good morning. Murtha, good morning. Homosassa, what's up? Christina, Fort Myers. Yep, it is beautiful down there. I drove through Fort Myers last night. Morning, Port Richey. Tierra Verde. Edgewater. A little rain today. Yep, BJ. A little bit. We're going to go over all that. Not a lot. Could be an inch maybe for you all. A little bit more on the middle eastern side of Florida. Cold weather might be done, Diana. Diane, yes. Good morning, Kevin Johnson. What's up? I like your thinking, Craig Carpenter. Charlie Davis, Mike. Look at that. ABC Friday. Big supporter here for about 6-7 years. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. 6 or 7 years. I can't know. I don't know now. Maybe 7 years. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, home of the Florida adult toy store. Scott from Steenhatchee. Awesome. Hope it's doing a little better there. Been there a lot for the storms over the years. Know you all very well now. So we got Shelly Ross on the other side of the state. Our admin there. Been with us for over 10 years now. We missed your 10-year anniversary, Shelly. This is technically 11 now. Met Shelly during Hurricane Matthew. We only had 600,000 Facebook followers. Now we got 2.4 million. So all y'all that get mad and write us emails, I apologize, but we take priority over our people. And she's been there for us through the good and the bad. Right, Louie? Cool. So we're talking about 8-tracks over there on our Brew Crew side, Natalie. I got an old 8-track in my 69 Mustang. It's a great memory. Let's put up the radar. Where's the radar at? This is currently live. Show you what's going on. A lot of drama. We were just there, Glenn, in Tallahassee. I'm going to show you Tracy from Marco. I just drove by him. Was it smoky there yesterday, Tracy and Marco? They had a red advisory. It wasn't too bad. We did get gas in Naples, and Julie was like, "What's that smell?" Ooh, that smell. Get you smell that smell. There's a radar. So we got a weak little front. Hey, this time of year, these fronts sometimes get flat horizontally like this, and there's really no jet stream influence. So we're not seeing a lot of storms in this mess. We're just seeing a lot of rain. There was a little bit of action yesterday, but it's getting stable as it goes farther south. We got rain there in Milton. Morgan over there in the Brew Crew just confirmed it. We got rain probably in Tallahassee right now. Anybody in Tallahassee confirmed rain coming across there? It's inching its way southward. It's going to be hitting the peninsula soon today. Casey, yep. Louie is tired. Look at him. This little guy is such a good boy. Oh, truck race, Donald. You know, we're going to talk about the truck race. Hey, look at it. Shelly's got a fan. It definitely could smell it yesterday. We did drive down there, so we're going to get into all that here in a second. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Appreciate it. Sometimes I'm like, what are we doing this for today? But we like to get together. Louie, I'm going to let you down, buddy. Okay? The OG, my man. Gotta love that doggy. All right. We need the rain bad. Yes, you can hear it. Yeah, he breathes, Christina. When we had Hunter, little guy, hey, let's check out my shirt. I want to do a shout out to Frontline Barbershop. I think they're in Beverly Hills, Florida. They gave me that shirt during the Man Games. Let's go into all these cool little tabs I have open. So we thanked ABC. There's the website. We'll leave that open. So this is where I was 2 days ago, Florida EM Day, Emergency Management Day. So they just did the ribbon cutting of the brand new EOC, Florida, the most state-of-the-art in the country, $108 billion, $180 billion. There's my good friend Kevin Guthrie up on the podium. I met so many great folks, new folks, old folks, long-time friends of the state. Totally blessed to be a part of the state of Florida family. Senator Moody is a big friend family now. I mean, it's unbelievable. The folks that watch MWP and they come up to me and appreciate what we do, which is just so weird. I'm just some dude sitting here and like to talk weather and drink beer and Jim Beam. There you go, Josh. That's a heck of a plan. Josh, you going to St. Pete? Teresa, good morning. So there you go. Florida Emergency Management Day. It's a great day. It gets everybody together, talk about the year ahead. So that was a great day for me. That was a couple days ago. Couple things real quick. Margaritaville, we just put together our pub crawl in Key West. MWP pub crawl in Key West. Details soon on that. Only got like 9 cabins left. This will be our biggest cruise ever. It's our 5th annual cruise out of Tampa. We got the flyer on the website right here. Click there and all the details will pop up. And you can call Kim and you can get a great deal and be part of our fun and shenanigans 5 nights. Totally great time if you want to hang with MWP family and friends. Heck yeah. Do it. So we talk about the Brew Crew a lot. I don't ever push it, but everybody always asks me about it. I need to start talking about it more. We do have a private subscriber area that we have a private chat. We're in there right now and try to do a lot of extra perks. So if you're a big weather fan, you want to join MWP chat, sign up. Shelly will take care of you. Pretty cheap deal to be a part of this. It helps support our page too. We have a private social page. It looks just like everybody else's, but it's ours. And I won't get banned there. So it's a great place to guarantee to see MWP content. Yesterday I was in the Everglades. So here's an interesting thing. So I was on the way to Miami to watch Emily softball from Tallahassee to Miami. Stopped in the Everglades and talked about the drought. It was a great segment with Jane here. Almost 8 minutes we were on Fox Weather. They had me on once a week. I thought it was a really good, informative segment on that. We talked a lot about hurricanes, talked about El Nino. Great segment. I hope you got to see it. Thanks, Fox, for having me on again. And that was down in the Everglades. I found a spot that was burned. Crazy, right? So there's our truck for the weekend. We do have a truck. Thanks to Furman. 2 trucks in the race. They're in 3 trucks. I'm on 2 trucks. Furman Power Equipment sponsoring 3 trucks in the truck race. First time NASCAR's ever been to St. Pete Grand Prix. So we'll be hanging out with NASCAR today down there in my hometown, just beside the Ray Stadium. Watch for the number 2. We got Mike's Weather page on the side and on the back. And 22. So 2 and 2. Chuck Lowry. Love Connection. Who watched the Love Connection? 2 and 2. So we're on 2 and 22. Watch for that. It's on network TV tomorrow around noontime. 2 and 2. Gisela, good morning. Who else we got? Happy Friday, Michael Anderson. 2 and 22. All right, so there's that. That's this weekend. I'm not sure what channel it's on. Let me take a look. NASCAR truck race. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's on Fox. Holy crap. We're on Fox tomorrow. Fox National Network TV tomorrow. Noon. Watch for the drunk donkey. All right, what else we got? Weather Whiplash tomorrow. Noon. Somebody's asking. Truck race tomorrow. So somebody said this was a scary graphic. Sorry, it just thought it was kind of neat. It was AI, yes. I only do 1 or 2 a day. But anyway, this is 2 days ago. We hit 100 yesterday in Texas. 2 days ago was 98 in Arizona. But what was amazing to me was it was negative 18 in New Hampshire, 98 in Arizona. Big swing. What do you prefer? Somewhere in the middle? 116 degree difference? I didn't mean to cause any harm by this photo, by the way. Whoever told me it was scary. We did have the first 100 of the year yesterday. I think it was 103 or 4. Wow. First hundreds of the year. Lots of them were in Texas yesterday. Judy, are you around? Where's Judy at? Somebody dropped their phone, Natalie. Sorry, I know. 102 in Laredo. Yeah, and this is recreated the graphic. I know that's in their incorrect spot, but Laredo had 102 Charlie Davis. Thank you for that. But yeah, it's amazing. First 100, not a big deal. Usually happens at the end of February. Doesn't mean anything. Happens a lot. Sometimes it's in January. Just letting everybody know we had our first hundreds of the year. That's all. Nothing more than that. Sorry. Florida is in 100% drought. That is big news. I think they've been keeping records since 2000. So the first time since 2000, we're in a D1, the whole state of Florida. Other places are definitely in a drought too, not taking anything away from the Carolinas and Georgia and across the upper Gulf. No, Texas too. It's rare to see 100% of the state in a drought. 100%. D1 or more. So that's pretty big news. A lot of the states in red. No D4 yet. But a lot of fires are popping, and that's going to continue on, unfortunately, until at least April. Our rainy season doesn't start until usually middle May if we're lucky. Sometimes we get a tropical storm, hopefully, that brings a lot of rain. Usually that's what Mother Nature does. And thank you, Amy. Good morning. Everybody's blessing me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to watch from your phone. There you go. You got a tournament. Where's your tournament at, Shelly? I'm trying to read back where your tournament's at. Terminant. Orlando, Shelly. Oh, when do you leave? Usually you lobby not to do a live on Friday. Love Connection. Oh, I loved it. Hey, how about the Gong Show? It was always fun to listen to their dates. Oh my God. And I love the 70s vibe of the Love Connection. It was a good time. So here's some pictures from FDOT. I enhanced them just a little bit. Yes, I like to enhance photos. I like to take the contrast and boost them a little bit. Not very much. Just a little bit. But that was real life fires a couple days ago on the Everglades. They ended up shutting it down 2 nights ago for snow. A little bit better today. Here's the current map. Now, the smoke thing isn't working today. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we got a lot of fires in the upper Gulf, too. Look at that. There's all kinds of fires. There's some in the Panhandle. This is the big one everybody's talking about. We had a lot of them spark yesterday in Middle State. So just keep that in mind. The one down in the big one making the news is they call it the National Fire. It didn't seem that bad. I drove across it yesterday, and it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was there, but I think a lot of it's burning itself out. So here's the current map this morning. A lot of fog across the upper Gulf as things warm up. Usually what happens is when you get these fronts, it pushes up a lot of juice and humidity and brings up the fog. So fog's always ahead of an approaching front. Nothing really else big on the map. We showed the radar once. There's the radar. Got some sneaky little storms there in the north. Nothing severe. Nothing's expected severe. Here's a severe map for today. Let's refresh it. Only light green, which means it could be a random thunderstorm. Nothing organized. So hopefully no tornadoes. But usually when they show light green, it's just a random thunderstorm here and there. Same for tomorrow. Here's Saturday. So timing, let's talk about that. I got these new graphics I've been doing now. This is it. It's a little confusing, but I like them. You know, showing animated radars, some folks don't see timing very well. So, need some rain, Beth. Yes. So this is basically 6-hour windows. Every one of these boxes is a 6-hour window. So there's your Friday morning, top left. Friday afternoon, which is basically noonish to maybe 6, 7. Friday night is 6, 7 to around midnight, and then overnight would be towards 3 in the morning, maybe. So that just gives you the idea. Now, light green is not even a tenth is blue. No, half an inch is blue. Not really seeing that. So it's going to be light rain. It's heavy rain in the upper Panhandle right now, currently, but it's starting to feel the effects of some drier, stable air. So we're not going to see a lot of rainfall accumulate over time, but it's going to be a weak line. It's going to linger. So we might get periods of rain, breaks. You know, I always say radar is your friend. I like WeatherWise. WeatherWise is a great app. WeatherWise. Radar Scope also. But radar is your friend today. And you can see that pretty much this rain is going to be pushing through the state today. Not a lot. Don't know exactly who's getting what, but there you go. And then I did one for tomorrow. Just kind of gives you the idea. It's not your typical squall line that comes through where you can almost predict it by hour by hour by hour. This is a flat line of frontal juice that's just kind of pumping in from the Gulf. So early tomorrow morning around 7 to noonish on the top left, still going to have some more of that flow coming in overnight. Now, by afternoon, hopefully it's kind of like pushing its way out for the St. Pete Grand Prix. By noontime, they do have rain tires, okay? So the trucks have rain tires. I looked at the latest report, and the teams have rain tires. So they'll probably start the race maybe in rain tires. By the end of the race, they might be back to slicks. So this rain's going to be pushing out. By Saturday evening, tomorrow night, you can see most of it's concentrated on the middle, lower part of the peninsula there, and then by morning it's gone, Sunday morning. So just a lingering lines of rain, light rain, could be an inch or so accumulation. I think we're going to see an inch or more about that area here. Inch or more meaning up to 2 inches. Nothing more than that. So there's that. Next week we got a pattern shift, meaning the dew points are back, the heat's back, the Gulf waters are back. We get the jet stream pulling up juice. So there you go. We're getting back to that classic pattern next week. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday at the top right here. This is Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So we can see some middle U.S. storms. Pattern shift is there. It's bound to happen. It happens every year. Charlie, I don't know if the wildfire smoke affects the radar or not. You can see it on radar, but I think it's so light right now, it's not. It could, though. Usually you change your tilt. Haven't really heard it affects it too much, so. All right, so there's that. Morning, Bobby. Gene the Dancing Machine. And whatever 70 shows were awesome. God, I used to watch all them episodes of everything. Price is Right was my favorite. Chips. Price is Right. Every morning. I used to sleep in so bad when I was a kid that I would hear Price is Right on the TV at around 11. Now I wake up at like 6 and I feel like I overslept. So anyway, pattern change next week. We also got another post for March 6th to the 12th, just showing the same general idea. Heavy rain, middle part of the U.S. So everything's kind of shifting to the middle part of the U.S. Storms and rains. Basically, we start getting these little dips, and it just dries up moisture, and we get storms too. So pattern change is coming, which could also mean the fronts are done. Possibly. Alan, good morning. Hey, we got somebody sent stars. Thank you. Who's that? We don't get stars very often, but appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. What else we got? Oh, you're in the St. Pete Grand Prix. Who's that? Jennifer Taylor. Well, hey, we're going to be heading that way in a little bit. We'll be down there about 3 o'clock. Anybody else going? Sitting in your back porch, Brandy? Cool. 6, 7. All right, so Hollywood Squares is funny. Yeah, that was a good one. I never really liked the $100,000 pyramid that much. I like Wink Martindale, though. I like Press Your Luck. What else was funny back then? Oh, Let's Make a Deal was pretty funny. Back in the original, back in the day, because it was so funny. Anybody got a toothpick? I want what's behind door number 2. All right, so pattern shift, meaning middle part of the U.S. Long range looking. Let me show you some of this stuff just to kind of give you an idea of what's cooking on that. Long range March outlook. Let's look at some long range. I mean, these outlooks don't ever mean too much, but it's still worth showing you. So here's your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. So that's through March the 8th. Hot. Look at that. Everybody above normal. A lot above normal, middle part of the U.S. That's just going to fuel things, bring moisture back, bring those rains back. And then 8 to 14 day outlook, same. So all the way to March 12th, eastern part of the U.S. is going to be above normal temperatures. Moisture. Not too bad for us here, normal, which means we need more. Below normal for the East Coast, not good for the Carolinas and Virginia there. Above in the middle, we talked about that one. And then a 8 to 14 day outlook on precipitation. Above normal, all the way to March 12th. There's that bird again. We got a bird trying to bang into our window every day. So week 3 to 4 temperature outlook. Hot all the way to March 20th. Precipitation outlook below normal. Overall, above normal. So you get the idea. Probably going to have a strong high pressure here, which drives in the moisture, which gives us no rain overall. 1 month, look at temperature outlook. Let's look at 3-month temperature outlook. Above normal in the south, normal north. This is all the way to May. Precipitation outlook through May. It says normal. I don't like these things. But anyway, you get the idea. You hear that? The bird's banging the window. He thinks it's another bird. He'll sit, and then he hits a bird. Then he hits a window. Then he comes back. All right, here's what the GFS is looking like. This is through today. There's a little bit of rain out there in the Gulf. This is the main front line. There's no cold air with this front line. It's just kind of a juicy mess. Here's Saturday morning. You can see what I was talking about. By midday Saturday, it's going to try to shove out of here by tomorrow night. So pretty cut and dry what I showed you earlier. By Sunday morning, it's gone. There is a big snowstorm expected here first part of the week for the mid-Atlantic. I guess I should have talked about that more. Bang, 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 bang. That's a Blue Jay, by the way. He's mad at me because I talked about him one time, the Blue Jays. So big snow up north, mid-Atlantic. Bang, bang, bang. Let's see here. Total snowfall. So here's what the GFS is cooking. This is more North Carolina north, Virginia area. But, you see the heavy snow. Some in the Carolinas again, possibly. This is through Tuesday. Most of it starts later part of like Monday, maybe. Monday. Here's Monday snow. So pretty big possible kind of nor'easter again, setting up. Let's show you. This is through Tuesday. Widespread snow. Biggest snow concentration, North Carolina, Virginia there. You see that snow coming in. There's through Sunday, and then here comes the big blob Monday, and you can see that. Pretty high concentration. 00Z, same. Anything pink and more is a lot of snow. This is through Tuesday. Canadian, not as much, but Canadian, very consistent model. I don't like a Canadian model for snow. But we can look at the GFS, though. Let's hear the Euro. Here's the icon. I'm not showing too much. But there is a lot of chatter about the possibility of a decent mid-Atlantic snowstorm again Monday, Tuesday of next week. Let's look at the Euro and see what it's showing here for north part of the Carolinas into Virginia. New snow. Man, Euro's not showing too much. Not a lot. 4 inches. I've heard rumors of a nor'easter, but it's so hard to predict. So that's why I haven't posted on it, because there's nothing solid on it. But we could see snow in the Carolinas up northward first part of the week. Euro's saying no now, so again, that's why I didn't post it, because it's all over the damn place. For sure. Rain and thunder, though. Let's just kind of show you the flow here. Like, let's talk about next week. Here's the storms next week, so you can kind of get the idea. This is next Thursday. Starting to see this flow pattern developing with a strong high. And that's what fuels the storms here, middle part of the country. This is Thursday, but we could see it almost every day. There's your big high setting up. Atlantic high setting up right there. And kind of brings us more dry temperatures. Rainfall, let's look at long-range rainfall just for fun. I know there's not going to be a lot showing, but we can take a look here at long-range southeast rainfall totals. And we're not going to see much because it's our dry season. Here's totals for this weekend. Now, the Euro is definitely enthusiastic about some higher totals. This is through Sunday. Yellow is an inch. Middle part of the state, again, that's been the theme. So let's hope the Euro is right. But then after that, almost nothing. So this little front line is really our best chance of rains anytime soon. 24-hour rainfall after that, almost non-existent, all the way to March the 8th. So other than now, this is the rainfall this weekend. After it leaves out on there's Sunday, very little, all the way to March the 8th. So there's another front coming down, but we don't go 10 days out. So there is a pretty decent pattern of no rain, and it makes sense. If the middle part of the U.S. is getting rain, guess what? High pressure is locked in over the East Coast, and that's not allowing anything to build here. It blocks everything, and you get this consistent pattern of moisture that flows to the upper U.S. See, here all the way to March 10th, there's like a little bit of nothing there. This is it. This is like a decent chance of rain this weekend. I know we got bike week going on. Just, Friday's a little better on the GFS. Not as bad. Definitely heavy rain Daytona Saturday. Sunday looks great. Maybe a little bit in the morning over there. So there's that. That's all I got to say about that. Morning, Dave Waters. Joker's Wild. I don't think I ever watched that one. Price Right. Oh, love it. Plinko. You were on it and played Plinko. How much money did you win? Who was that? Kristen? That would be the game I would love to play. Doing, 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 doing. Love that game show. What haven't I covered? Let's look at water temps. Still cold along the coast. It'll warm up fast. You want to watch how fast these water temperatures warm up. You'll be surprised. You watch. Next week, these water temps are going to be back almost normal. Let's do sea surface temperatures. So they're cold now, 60s along the coast shelf. This shallow shelf right here, that's why. But almost 80 coming up out of that Gulf Stream already. There's 79s, 80 down here by the Yucatan. So the warm water will pump its way back up. We got a locking high pressure over top. Temperature-wise, let's look at the temperatures. It's going to be warm for 10 days at least. Here are your 10-day temps. Just kind of keep your eye on like bright oranges. Yellows are around 60s for highs. Reds are in 80s. Whites are 90s. Here's today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So hot. Everybody's staying warm. This is high temperatures. Low temperatures, not going to see anything dramatic. A little bit of cool down maybe tomorrow morning with this weak little front line, but that's about it. Sunday morning might be our last chances. It stays in the 50s, I guess. And then 60s all the way to day 10. So that is bringing a little cooler weather. I don't know what your definition is of cooler weather, but when we hit 80s for a high, here's Sunday, 81 here. Does it even get warmer? 88 Wednesday somewhere. 89 somewhere here across Florida on Thursday. 89. So it's back to hot again all the way. So a little cool down Sunday, Monday. Not much. So keep the ACs on. Sorry to say. Thank you, Chuck Reeves. Hey, Dusty Kemp. Shelly, we got a new logo. Dusty's got done. Got the Skyway on it. He did it. So we'll have some fun with that. We'll have to get some shirts made up. Nor'easter for Easter. Yeah, when is Easter, by the way? Coming up, right? Because I just got it yesterday, Shelly. And you know me, I had to make a change to it. So it's not official yet. 99% official. Dusty, send it to Shelly, please. Dusty, attention to Shelly. Dusty, send it to Shelly before me. Anyway, what else we got? Anything new? Hey, I hung out with the crew from Lodging Solutions at their Emergency Management Day. They've been longtime supporters of our page. Huge company across the country, building those mobile tent city camps, providing housing and food and toiletries and tents for all the natural disasters, measured emergency disaster relief, most state-of-the-art sleeper bunkers, food kitchens. It's an amazing company. And first time I ever discovered what this whole industry was after Hurricane Laura in Louisiana. And when you have 5,000 linemen showing up after a natural disaster like a hurricane, where do these guys and gals sleep? Right? Where do they go to the bathroom? All the hotels are out of power. Some of them are destroyed. So they bring in these tent cities, basically, with air conditioning. And that's people's homes for weeks and months at a time. And they feed you with amazing food. And they have showers, hot showers. So in the past, anytime you had disaster relief come in after a storm, they didn't have anything like this. They were roughing it in tents and cars and sleeping in their trucks. So Lodging Solutions gets hired by line companies, cities, sheriffs, and insurance companies, and they show up and set up these amazing sleeper bunks and restrooms and food and bathrooms, and they're great people. They've been around a long time. So cool things that you find out about after a storm. That the storm goes and passes, and the news moves on to the new topic of the week. And guess what? There's still people struggling months and months and months and years sometimes after a storm. And folks like this are there on the scene and trying to bring you back as quick as possible to normalcy. Because that's what it's all about. Florida's got one of the most amazing EOC, Florida Division Emergency Management teams ever. Because think about it. Every day that Florida is closed, that's one less day of being open. Tourism, taxes that go directly back to Floridians. So, I mean, you getting open as quick as possible helps so many people. So why not have the best team to bring things back to normal as fast as possible? And that's kind of what, we're good at. The state's really good at that. To get us back to open again. All right, so who else we got before we say goodbye? Plinko was the best game, Suzanne. Yep. What's up, Brevard, North Carolina? Good morning. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that over there on YouTube. Blue Jays are mean birds. They're mean baseball players. No, they're not. Oh, you saw it already. Okay. Now I don't even see it. You guys see it. I don't see it. Okay. Logo bottle, water bottle. So how about a beer mug, Shelly? I like the logo a lot. We got the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville field. We got the Skyway Bridge behind it. We got some sun. Got the sunglasses. I love it. Cool. All right. Well, we got one more minute, and we're going to say goodbye. We're going to be live Monday. What do I got next week? Let me take a look at the calendar. We got softball Monday, but it's at 3:45, so we'll be okay. So we'll be live Monday, Wednesday. Maybe not Friday, but definitely Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday next week. We're playing a team from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wow. Daylight savings starts the 8th. Oh my God, what does that mean? We gain an hour or lose an hour? I never remember. So we're live Monday, Wednesday next week. Julie's, all right, so tomorrow at Tampa Bay Brewing Company, they're doing a chili cook-off. Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Julie's actually competing with her chili. So if you want something fun to do, it could be a little rainy in the morning. So Tampa Bay Brewing Company is doing a chili cook-off, and Julie's entering that because we're going to be down at the races, me and Jason. So check that out. The 2 truck, you think, is it a good truck? I hope so. I heard we got some good trucks. We got 222, and then Jason's also on the 33. James, we're doing great. She did really good. They won a doubleheader yesterday, and she got to pitch a shutout. Got 1 hit, 11 Ks, and just 0 walks. That was a victory because she has a hard time sometimes walking too many people. Bummer. So, yeah, Marcy, she sure did. Good with the bad. That's it for me. Wish I had more. I think we talked good weather, right? We did. Cool. All right, I'm going to do a little test here on Facebook. We're going to do, hey, Dave Moody, we're going to do a post here about the pattern change next week with storms. I'm going to do a very basic graphic, and then I'm going to do an AI graphic. And I guarantee we'll know which one wins. I hate it. I see it. I get tired of seeing it. But you just got to incorporate it a little here, a little there. So anyway, that's it for me. Have a good one, y'all. We're going to keep it over on the Brew Crew side as I finish things out here. And we will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. If you go to St. Pete Grand Prix, look us up. The 2 to 22, and I think Furman's on the 33 also. So Furman's got 3 trucks in the race. So